What up, YouTube? It's your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Boxing Talk, and I'm here to give you my post-fight reaction to the bantamweight unification bout we just witnessed take place between Carl Frampton and Scott Quigg. Going into this fight, a lot of people favorite Frampton over Quigg, but I picked Quigg to win this fight. I thought that his slight height advantage, his jab, his reach, and his power would prevail. Keeping the fight in the middle, turning Carl Frampton. But coming into this fight, people looked at Frampton, who was highly touted coming out of the amateurs. Rightfully so. Big puncher. Very good skills, good body work. It was just a, he was just a, ultra talented guy. Coming from the amateurs. Although he had been dropped twice in his last fight, a lot of people still were high on him. But I picked Quigg because I'm not sold on Frampton still. Going into this fight in the opening round, both guys, of course, this being a unification bout in a big fight in front of their fellow countrymen and women, the nerves are definitely going to be there. Quigg dropped an egg, laid an egg, however you want to say it, early. He wasn't active enough. You could argue that he won the first round, and you know, based off of just throwing a punch or two more than Frampton, or you can argue that Frampton, won it. But it was an uneventful, first round. Second round was more clear to Frampton, in my opinion. And then as the third round and fourth round came around, it was just Frampton getting more comfortable, nerves settling down, him becoming more focused, him being able to breathe and just, fight now. He's warmed up and he started to let his hands go. His jab was working. He landed some nice right hands. He worked the body, and it was just the same from the third round, the fourth round, the fifth round, sixth round. Around the seventh and eighth round, that's when the light bulb went off on in Quigg's head, and he snapped out of it, and he started to, do what worked for him. He worked the body great late in this fight. Left hooks, right hooks. He threw uppercuts. He threw left hooks. He threw right hands, and he hurt, Carl Frampton 4 or 5 times. His power was definitely more evident in this fight than Frampton's. Frampton did have some nice, powerful shots he landed on Quigg, but you can definitely tell who's the bigger puncher. And one thing that Quigg should have done is made it an inside fight much earlier than he did, much sooner, because in the later rounds, I mean, he had Frampton really on the defensive. He had him winded, looking in his corner, staggered him multiple times, clearly hurt him. I mean, he did everything late in the fight that he should have done early in the fight. The fight was really boring in the first half of the fight, but it definitely picked up in the second half with both guys exchanging in the middle of the ring. It was a phone booth fight. At times, a lot of times late in the fight, both guys gave as good as they took, and it was just a very good fight in the second half. The fight did kind of disappoint because it was so much build up, trash talk between both guys, and the action was kind of anticlimactic. It wasn't what we thought it would be for the whole, however long it lasted. Obviously, it went 12 rounds with Carl Frampton winning a unanimous decision to unify the WBA and IBF bantamweight titles. But it definitely wasn't the fight that we all imagined when we first heard that it was signed, sealed, and delivered. But like I said, props to Carl Frampton. The winner, which he is, has to face Guillermo Rigondeaux, which I don't think they will face him. Rigo is the best fighter at the bantamweight division, defensive wizard, boxer, puncher. I mean, he's just a technician in there. But also, Leo Santa Cruz is was iron the winner of this fight, which is Carl Frampton. So maybe we get that fight. That's an exciting fight. That you will have to favor Frampton in just because he's more technically sound than Leo Santa Cruz. But Leo Santa Cruz brings the pressure, the body attack, and a nonstop action. So, like I said, it was a good fight, not a great fight. It failed to live up to expectations. Doesn't mean it didn't have its great moments, which all fights do. But congratulations to Carl Frampton, who won a split decision, unifying the WBA and IBF bantamweight titles. And Hopefully, he steps up next and fights Guillermo Rigondeaux, and Scott Quigg will be back. I mean, he's a talented fighter. He'll learn from this experience. This was his first, real big major fight in terms of, attention, top caliber opponent, a big sellout crowd with a lot of adversity. So he'll learn from this fight and he'll be back. But like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments in the comment section below. Head over to Facebook, like our Facebook page. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.